Mic check. Morning Masters Podcast, your host, Main, of course. Another Thinking Out Loud. I want to say this is number 18. I might have got the number right, I think. First and foremost, of course, as I always do, I want to thank all the listeners, all the supporters. If you're sharing it, liking it, loving it, talking about it. We have dialogue outside of, the actual podcast about my content, whether it's the interviews I'm doing, whether I'm promoting a business, or whether I am doing my thinking out louds, or just something I do with my kids, this, that, and the third. Definitely shout out to y'all, shout out to you, and it don't go unnoticed, never, which is funny because my thinking aloud kind of got something to do with that, but yeah, it don't go unnoticed at all, and that's why I choose to always start with thanking everybody because I know it can go a long way, but I also feel like, I got a tremendous amount of support within the city and then outside of the city as well from people that I knew just from growing up or just people I met through networking and things like that. So, shout out to everybody that support the podcast. Definitely couldn't do this without y'all. So there's that, right? I ain't gonna lie. I want to start this one a little different. I want to get into. I want to actually start out with a story, and it has nothing to do with the podcast. I don't think. If I can make it go together, I will. But it was just something I was thinking about the other day because Facebook is a funny place. Like people I grew up with, like, me not originally being from here. I grew up with people in a different environment, in a different place, and we all was different people at that time because we in our environment. We're adapting. We had adapted already to that environment. So we kind of were products of our environment, right? So when I tell these stories, I always try to preface it just to let people know, like, that's not me. I know the Maine y'all know isn't that Maine, of course. Just like the Maine today ain't the Maine from yesterday, right? But in all seriousness, though, as a kid, you do a lot of things that, as you look back now, you know it's wrong, but you also know it wasn't you. So I don't know what make you do it, but you just do it, right? So my man's had posted something, and like he fights, I guess now with boxers, and he always was strong, like always been strong, always been like a tough guy. And so we were real young. I started going outside like by myself and just like exploring the neighborhood at about 10. I'm not saying that to say that I'm this notorious person to do this, do that, and third. I'm just making sure I preface the story to let y'all know that that's when I started to go outside and you get into things or you start to witness things or see things because you're still a kid, but you seeing grown up things because only grown ups is outside during those times. And right, okay, so okay, and like I said, I'm trying to say his name so because I might say something out the way because we ended up falling out, and I don't want to even talk about that or nothing like that, but. I don't want to diss him. Like, it's be cool now. It's water under the bridge. Boys turn them in, and you just go your own way. So, and I was real close with his family. So, all right. So, how we got cool, right? So, we in class. We in gym class, right? It's so weird starting out with this story, but we in gym class. So at this time, you fighting a lot in school. After school at this time, so I would fight after school every now and then, probably like 4 or 5 times a year, maybe 6 times a year. I don't know. And I hadn't had one in a minute, so we was in PE. Now this dude, like I said, we already knew he was the strongest kid in class or school because we at the highest level of that school, that grade school, whatever. So we knew he was the strongest, whatever. We always told him that he had this strong ass headlock too, like it hurt you, like you have to tap out. We wrestled at the time. It was the Rock era, Stone Cold. Do you smell the Rock is cooking? Type thing. I'm sorry, type thing. So I don't know what happened. It was some girls. Damn, there we go. That's the reason why I probably did it. There was some girls around, and they lived on his street. And I'm probably saying too much, man, but they lived on the street. They was pretty too, and so me and him. I think I played basketball. So I think I must have threw the ball and then hit him or something like that. He got mad and he came over there and said something. Now you so prideful when you're younger. And then my crew, the two who I hung around, I felt like, I was the leader. I felt that at least, I could have been wrong. So, me, I'm like, F you, you young, you saying curse words, you don't know what that means. You just, nigga, whatever. And so he walked away, and I guess I just didn't let it go. I don't know why, I just didn't let it go. So I threw the ball at his head, and it came back to me. So I threw it again, and it came back. Mind you, at this time, the girls are like walking him away from us, right? And I throw the ball again. So 3 times I hit the back of his head, and I could hear him say, "Oh, F that. Let me go." And he turns around. So let me tell you right now, I already know I'm stronger than him. So strategically, I'm already thinking. Once he said that, I kind of gave myself some space to like, I knew he was going to charge me. I knew it because he like, you? I'm going to charge you. And when he charged me, it gave me, and I left enough space enough for where like, because I kind of backed up a little bit. I left enough space to where when he charged me, he kind of had to like really take that extra step. And I knew he wasn't going to take the extra step. So he kind of was off balance. And I just took advantage of that and I kind of grabbed him. And we fell. I had him in a headlock and I just hit him a few times, maybe like 7 times. Nothing major. My punches didn't hurt, right? But you want to be up. I'm hitting you 7 times. You ain't hit me now once. I'm going to try to hold that headlock. I ain't no idiot now. I'm not an idiot. The teacher ended up coming, the gym teacher, the big dude, ended up coming, breaking it up, whatever, cool, boom, boom. Obviously, I go back to my crew, my mans, and they're like, they like, yo, that was up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just beat the person that everybody's saying the strongest dude up, So it's all going full circle though, right? It's all in the same day. And like I said, I started going outside when I was 10. So I go outside. I don't have no big brother. I mean, I got people that I can look up to and that's going to protect me, but we not hanging around each other every day. I have no 12-year-old, 13-year-old brother I'm just hanging around with. It's just me. I'm going out there every day by myself in these places, in these streets where I don't have family, necessarily speaking at, right? And lo and behold, I'm not even thinking. This is how much outside I wasn't yet. I wasn't like street smart and nothing like that yet. He walking with somebody, and I'm just thinking, could be in the same class. Like, oh, there go, there goes such and such. So we outside, we're kicking it, and he goes, yo, so what's up with that earlier, man? And I'm like, that quickly, I forgot. Like, he didn't forget because it happened to him today. And that quickly, I forgot. I'll tell you this. The pride of me wouldn't let me back down, but I think he already knew that I wasn't going back down, but he also just felt like I could beat him up. So, whatever, right? And I think he was just older at that time, in mindset to like not really want to, do anything to me. But from that day forward, we became like the best of friends for like the next like year and some change, right? Like all the time we was around each other. Like we were damn near inseparable, So shout out to him, man. This story has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. I just wanted to say that story, and it's funny how stuff come full circle because like he actually fights and boxes and stuff now, like they would have whooped my ass. But hey, I'm 1-0 on him, so I'm gonna take my wins, but I take my wins, man. But another thinking out loud, man. So what I wanted to kind of talk about today, and this is just free talking, It's something I've been thinking about lately, and when you're not going through stuff in life, but when you have relationships in life with people and you do certain things for certain people, or you have a reputation for doing certain things, you tend to, it's a gift and a curse, right? It's a gift and a curse for a lot of things. I talked about it last time on, you being a leader or you being looked at as not an icon, but just influential or whatever. It's always a downside to that, right? So for me, I like to consider myself somebody who just show love 24/7. Like I always show love. I mean, a lot of times I don't have to show love. I didn't say I got into it. We had a conversation the other day, and the person was like, I wouldn't spend $80 on that. Granted, I'm not gonna lie. The what I bought didn't cost $80. It wasn't worth $80 to me, in my opinion. But I show love because of the hustle the person showed, the approach the person had, and I wasn't necessarily supporting the clothing material that I bought so much as I was supporting that mentality, that hustle, like everything he did, like the whole scheme of what he did and how he went about it. I was supporting that, right? Don't have to do that. But you do it. I do it on a regular basis, daily basis, day in, day out basis. I'm continuously showing love. So what I don't like is, a lot of times you do that and you might go out your way. Like you might go out of your way to show love. Like I'm going out my way 100%. 100% going out my way to make sure that, this get done for this person, or that this is getting done the right way for that person, or that I'm there to support this or that. I do that, right? I think sometimes people feel a way when you don't go out your way more. Like I went out my way, but because I didn't go way out my way, you're not appreciative. Even though I went out my way, I just didn't go way out my way, which I probably could have. but I didn't have to. I didn't have to go out my way a little bit, but I did. But because I could have went way out my way and I didn't, it's no gratitude there. And I think that's corny, right? But that's a gift and a curse. Because at the end of the day, I'm never looking for kudos. A lot of times I do stuff, I tell people like I don't want no credit for it. Like don't put my name on that. Don't put Mortal Masters on this. Don't put Maine on that. Don't tell me I did this. Don't tell me I did that. It's countless people I done supported and bought stuff from and say, hey, don't give it to me, just sell it. Or I might buy some material for them and say, oh, I don't want it because I don't want to wear that, but you should do a raffle and give it away for free. Like I'll support those kind of ways where it's not spoken. You know, I was gonna say unspoken. Not sure if that's a word, but it's not spoken about, and that's how I want it. You know, 'cause I'm not doing it for credit. I'm not doing it for anything necessarily in return. I'm doing it because I believe in something and I want something to be done right for this person. Or I want this to be done right for that person. That's the only reason why I'm doing it. Me going out my way is just more of a testament for you to know, like, more of a testament for you to know, or more of a commitment. So you know, like, I'm committed to this project you got going on. I'm committed to this material you putting out. I'm committed to that content you want to put out. I'm committed to your hustle, what you're doing. That's what it's for. That's why I do that. Like, I choose to go away, and I'm not saying I need kudos for doing it, but I never ever want to feel like because I didn't go way out my way that I did something wrong, where I didn't have to go out my way at all. Like, I could have just did the very bare minimum. And I'm not a bare minimum type of person. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've tried that before where somebody might ask me a question. I like that. Somebody might ask me a question. They'll be like, yo, I'm thinking about doing this. You think I should do this, that, and third? And me being me, like a dummy, don't know why I do this all the time, but like, and I'm not even a dummy because I like everything I do. But you feel that way when you get the energy after you done did everything you're supposed to do. The energy you get when it's all said and done is sometimes it's not very it's not the same, man. It's not very there's no reciprocity there in the energy you receive from that, right? But I'll do something, you know, I'll do something for somebody, and you know, maybe or somebody will say something. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Somebody, I ain't gonna take that out either. Somebody have an idea, and I'll have a better idea what they should do, right? But because I have that better idea, I also be like, you know what? I'll do X, Y, Z if you don't know why I do that. But that's just me. And that's the commitment I have sometimes when people give me these great ideas, or I want people to succeed, or I want the next person just to shine. Like, I will do that. I've done it. I do it. Like, it's not a past, it's a past, present, and future. And I will continue to do so. And I just have to take the short end of the stick, which I'm cool with doing. I've done it a lot of times in life, you know, with stuff like that. But it's just corny to me when that happens because you never know. Like, you can mess something up for somebody else. This is what and I'll say this, like, a lot of times, cause somebody you will have your person that says, you know, well, I ain't asked you to do this, well, I ain't asked you to do that, and that's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If you feel that way, you know, cool. But I say this, right? I think a lot of times we think things are even because of the value looks the same. The value looks the same. You know, if I take a lot of time out and help you with X, Y, Z, or I take a lot of time out and we go do X, Y, Z together, and it may look equal in value because whereas I did 2 hours here and you might did 2 hours here, but my 2 hours and your 2 hours might be totally different. I might have put a lot of stuff to the side to make sure I can get them 2 hours in to help do this or help do that or do this for that person or do this for that person. You know, it's a different type of 2 hours. I might have had to rush some stuff that was really important to get that 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? And that other person might have just had 2 hours to spare. So I like to credit to something like this. Like, if I give somebody $60 to invest in something they want to do, or they say, let's go half on this, and they ain't got it, but I give them half or whatever, and then later on they pay me back, right? They might have gained back $60, and that's cool. Now we even in terms of numbers or value-wise, right? Somewhat. I gave you 60, you gave me 60. It's even off numbers. But, like, you don't know like the what I had to do to get to 60 or what I gave up when I gave you the 60. As opposed to, I also don't know what you did to get to 60 or what you give up to give me that 60 back. I don't know. So it's not necessarily always equal in value, which is why you got to be appreciative sometimes, because that appreciation is no value on that. It's like you can't, it's I ain't gonna say there's no value on that, but appreciation is undervalued. I say that. Appreciation is undervalued because I'm not gonna lie. If I give you 60 for whatever reason and I feel like you appreciate it and you're appreciative, like genuinely appreciative, and you showing you're appreciative, I might even ask for it back because the appreciation piece that I got already is worth more than $60 to me. I'm using small numbers for a reason, because if you give back a lot of money, I need a lot of money back. But you get my drift, like, and that's the thing. I think for me, like I even in work, like I feel like I know the value in things, or I know the value in themes. I know the value in meaningful things, meaningful themes. So being appreciated, I know the value in that. Not being appreciated, I know the value in that. How it feels being appreciated, I know how it feels. Not being appreciated, I know how it feels. I say, I tell you this, like, even for what I do right now, even with working, like, I'm not necessarily going to tell somebody how, even I might be the in charge, but it might be one person other than me, right? I might not tell somebody even how my peers or that one more person that's over me feel about this particular person, or how that person perform. I may not go tell them that. 'Cause I understand the importance of a theme or a feel or things or what it can do to your mental, right? I understand that. I'm not gonna go tell you, yo, this person thinks you're an underperformer, because you might be busting your ass to make sure that not even to make sure, but you might be busting your ass just to appease that person or to please that person. I know how I feel when somebody that you're trying to make sure, like, you trying to make sure that you making them proud. You trying to make sure that you making them that you're doing a good thing. You trying to make sure that they see your hard work and effort. I know how I feel when you're doing that, and that person is like, oh, I don't see it. Nah, this ain't enough. They don't feel good. So I don't do that there. Like I've always been somebody who, I understand the importance of all that stuff, the themes. I understand the importance of how things feel, how things play out. You know what I'm saying? Having grace, knowing when not to speed things up, but also knowing when to slow things down. And those are two different things. So, for me, as it pertains to showing love, like, I'm never gonna stop doing that, no matter how much I may get of a feeling from something or someone or some entity where it's like they're ungrateful, or they not appreciative of whatever. Like, and I don't get it often. It's just every now and then, it's certain situations that may make you think that, or certain things being said may make you think that, and that could be just out of emotion. Like I said, people have their own things going on, so I don't even address it then. I don't never hit anybody up and say, yo, do you know how much I had to go through to get this? Or do you know how much I spent to help do this? Do you know how, I don't do all that. I do it and I go from there. Like, I feel like this. What one person or what somebody don't appreciate, somebody else somewhere gonna appreciate it. But not only that, just because some entity, a person, a group, or whatever didn't appreciate something I did for them, or some kind of service I gave to them, or the support I gave to them, or help I gave them, you never know who watching. And sometimes you being genuine and doing what you're doing, you're gonna get what you're supposed to get anyway from whoever's supposed to make sure that happen. So whoever it is that's supposed to make sure that you get looked out for looking out, or you get your just due, or you get your credit, or you get your your get back, or whatever you're supposed to get for doing good, your good deed, thrown at you, or a blessing thrown at you, money thrown at you, whatever, success thrown at you. I feel like that's gonna come when it's supposed to come. You just got to be genuine in anything you're doing. And I think that's another thing, like, that nobody's gonna take from me. Nobody's gonna take the amount of genuine support that I give people. Nobody can take that from me. like I said, and I will continue to do so. If I believe in something and I feel something, and I like somebody's hustle or somebody's character or somebody's program or somebody's organization or somebody's project, somebody's whatever, pictures, I don't care, podcasts, music, art, clothing line, whatever you got going on, I'm going to always support it without thinking that you won't be appreciative, because you not being appreciative for something that people are doing for you or for something that can benefit you is a you problem. And that's something deeper that, people have to kind of dig into and reach out to themselves and see what's going on with them. It's always a deeper issue. But for me, like I said, man, and that's why I say go full circle. I appreciate everything. Even the story I told in the beginning, I knew I could make it jail. I appreciate him. Even though he fell out, later on in life, I appreciate him because he probably could have did me dirty that day and didn't say nothing to me because I wasn't on point. But I appreciate him. And that's probably why he didn't beat my ass. He probably seen that I was appreciative of him not beating my ass. So he was like, you know what? And he a stand-up dude. We're going to be friends, I don't know. But you got to appreciate things in life that you're supposed to be appreciative of and not be snobbish, not act like it didn't happen, not take it for granted. That's the main thing, too. I think a lot of times things that I do, and that really pisses me off, things that I do kind of be taken for granted. Like, one thing about me, I'm gonna always support everybody, and I think that's my gift and a curse. It's like a weak thing I have, because you could do me dirty, you could shit on me, you could say something about me, whatever, you can diss me online, whatever, and you could also need me the next day. And if I got it, or if it's in my power to do something, or if I can even rearrange things, go out my way for that person, I'm probably still gonna do it. It's just the type of person I am. It's just me, So, look, man, I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, man. Another Thinking Out Loud. Let me know what y'all think about the episode. Snap me, Facebook me, Twitter, inbox, YouTube comments. I like the comments I've been getting. Thank y'all for commenting on YouTube, man. It makes when I see email say new YouTube comment, I love it. I ain't gonna lie, like it be fire to me, man. Shout out to all y'all too. Matter of fact, y'all start commenting on my videos, right? I promise you, but maybe next month I could do it now if I wanted to, I guess. But I'm gonna start doing some things or reading some comments from people that comment on my YouTube. And I'm going to incorporate y'all in my Thinking Out Loud from now on. So if y'all got a topic or something y'all want me to do or tell a story, let me know. I'll let y'all determine my next Thinking Out Loud. Whoever got the best topic or best idea for the next Thinking Out Loud, put it in the YouTube comments, and I will definitely, my next Thinking Out Loud, I'll let y'all make the topic or whatever, and I'll talk about it. I could do a few things. I could tell stories. I got another story I ain't tell about when I got off my bike. I told a story before in detail, over an hour worth of me telling the story when I first started podcasting, but I wasn't doing video yet. If y'all want to see that on video, let me know. Anything, any topics, whatever, fatherhood or whatever you want me, whatever you want me to talk about or do, I'm gonna start incorporating more of my listeners to help with ideas and stuff. Thinking Out Loud usually just something I do because I'm driving and I'm thinking, and I talk to myself when I'm driving. Not gonna lie, so music off, I'm talking to myself. Yeah, I don't know, man, but yeah, y'all do that. And yeah, once again, man, if you got something going on and you need some help or you want some kind of support, please let me know which way I can support you. Before I get out of here, that's the biggest thing I always tell people. You got to tell people how to support you. If you got a brand, you got a music, you got anything you pushing right now, and people can go to that page and know exactly, like straight up from the horse's mouth, how can they support you? If they don't know, you can't get mad at not getting support. You should have a video up of how people can support you. For me, I would say this, man. Y'all can share the YouTube video, YouTube link, comment on the videos, keep me posted in dialogue. Tell me how I can help you with watching my podcast. If it's something you don't like I'm saying, that I stutter, I'll talk too fast, you can't understand the words I'm saying, let me know. That's how you can support me. Make me better so I can be better. That's what I want support. Y'all got to tell people how to support y'all. So with that being said, we out, man. Morning Master Podcast.